I always hesitate to admit that a Call of Duty is really great. That is, of course, unless it's been 4 or 5 years and most people would be on my side in admitting that we actually enjoyed playing that Call of Duty. But there's something about proclaiming that the current Call of Duty that everyone's playing is really good in the moment. Because I don't think I've ever met a group of people like Call of Duty players who will debate any topic as long as it's COD, especially admitting that, hey, I'm having a good time. Sure, there's some issues on this game, but I think it's one of the best ones we've had in several years, maybe even a decade. Me saying that just boiled somebody's blood over 90 degrees. And I don't think it should be that deep. You know, at the end of the day, subjectivity is always going to trump any type of debate that we have, because I can ask you your top 5 Call of Duties and I will guarantee the first 4, whatever order, is Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 3, and Modern Warfare 3. The 5th one, however, is like the most subjective thing you could possibly imagine. Dinner table conversation should always avoid that one question. What's your top 5 CODs? Because that 5th one is gonna get everybody in trouble. Call of Duty is very enjoyable nowadays, and I don't think I'm alone in saying it, hence why I finally have the gonads to say it on my soapbox in the middle of Times Square. Black Ops 6 is great. I'll say it again. Black Ops 6 is enjoyable. It's fun. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy paying for it because I got the Game Pass. I enjoy watching it. I mean, what else can I say? And this is, mind you, this is why I'm actually so high on the game, outside of, you know, the movement, the gunplay, the gun balancing. The reason why I'm so high on this game, its potential, is because I say all of this, and some people would even agree that this game's great, all while the maps are utter dog shit. I mean, am I wrong? The maps are the Achilles heel of this game's potential. And tomorrow, Season 1 comes and hits us, pause, that's come with the O, with 3 new maps. And they're bringing back Hacienda. I never played BO4, but from everybody who I watch and get my news from, Hacienda's a good map. It's good for search and, you know, bring back some good memories. I like that ratio personally. Whenever a new season comes out, I'm good with 3 new maps and 1 from the past. I think that will bring great balance in about 3. After 3 updates, we should have a pretty good map pool if everything goes according to plan. But knowing Activision, I won't blame Treyarch. Treyarch is like my uncle, who I see every Thanksgiving and he gives me and slides me a little $20 bill. I enjoy Treyarch. I enjoy playing their games and have for a very long time. Activision, though, the parent company, the El Jefe of Call of Duty, always wiggles its way in and finds a way to just ruin a game's potential. Hence why I have a very hot take that I want to share with each and every person on the planet, but I'm refusing for the sake of getting a mass amount of dislikes. And I'm just starting out on YouTube. Like, I can't, not yet. Give me like 2-3 months and I'll reveal that very hot take. Fine, I'll say it. I think Black Ops 6 has potential to be a top 7 Call of Duty of all time. Oh, don't shoot me, please. And you know what's crazy? That's not even the hottest take I had. I just wanted to say that one because it sounds better. And I think I'll get the least amount of hate for that. The real one was top 5, but I'll hold off until we see how Season 1 goes. And Season 2, maybe Season 3. Oh, and also, Ranked Play comes out on the 21st, I believe. The 22nd, maybe? I think it's the 21st of November. This is one of the earliest times we've gotten a Ranked Play in a very long time as well. I remember Vanguard didn't come until like January, maybe February. That's insane for a game to release that long without a competitive mode such as a Ranked Play. And I know what most people say, like most people's responses, which is very, very logical and understandable, by the way, is that why would I play Ranked Play? SBMM will already carry that on for me. Like, I could just load into a normal 6v6 pub and already be going against Optic Scump. Like, it's not that hard. We don't need a Ranked Play. So I get that argument as well. I still enjoy ranked, and I like ranking up, the SR system and all that stuff. We'll see what exactly it is, but I'm excited. I'm excited to have that. I also haven't touched zombies, and I'm already high in this game. Me personally, I'm a traditional zombie person. I don't want to bore people with the details, but round-based, which I don't think this is round-based actually, but is it the classical? Is it the same as old ones? Somebody let me know. But round-based, Easter egg, which are like very simple. You look at some teddy bears or shoot teddy bear. I forgot what it was. Black Ops 1. That's it. Black Ops 1 Kino, as basic as it gets. That's me when it comes to zombies. So when I see like fucking the Thing from Fantastic Four chasing me around and like 5 of them, and they're in like body armor suits, I'm like, I don't know if I want to shoot that gun at them. I don't know if I want to even spawn into that map. There's like laser beams flying across my face. It's just not for me. That's fine. I know people are enjoying it, and that's enough for me to say, hey, Black Ops 6 is doing pretty well. I think we can manage our expectations and allocate a little bit more faith into this game. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, you do not have to agree at all with that earlier hot take. I honestly wish I didn't say it, but I'm still gonna leave it in. I'm gonna leave it in. It's about time I stand on a soapbox about this game, particularly because I enjoy it. And when you enjoy something or really like it, you should be able to stand on its behalf and defend it. You know? So that's what I'm doing. But you don't have to agree with that take. Obviously, I know it's pretty hot. It is pretty hot. I don't think a lot of people will agree with it. I'm talking potential, people. I'm talking potential. I'm saying give us a couple good seasons. And even then, I know most people will not agree with it until about 3 to 4 years. Say we have a perfect run this year. People still won't give it that 5th or 6th or even 7th spot because of recency bias and their fear of proclaiming a Call of Duty that just came out or just finished its play cycle as a good Call of Duty. You may say you enjoy it, but will it hold up well? That's what we have to wait for. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stand on this soapbox for a really long time, maybe even a couple years, but it's okay. I'll do it. You know what this is the equivalent of? This is the equivalent of ESPN, and I used to hate this, which is kind of ironic that I'm the one doing it now. Unprovoked, by the way. Nobody asked me to do this. ESPN would always do those early MVP predictions for the NBA. I'm sure they do it for every sport, but I only watch basketball. So, and they would always put like Joel Embiid. I know he won an MVP now, which is fine, but at like 2 or 3. And then he ends up getting injury number 7 1 week or 2 weeks in, God forbid. And it's like, you did all that for nothing. It's because you need a segment, you need content. Like, loser, make your own content. Be original. Wow, I just roasted myself extremely hard there, and I don't know how to respond to that. The maps being very bad, but everything else being very good is like, this game is so close to being near solid. I won't say perfect, but near solid. You know, it's solid across all areas. I don't think we've seen that in a COD in a very long time. Cold War had like a alright multiplayer experience. The skill-based matchmaking was very bad in that game. I don't know if people remember that. You almost had to always play in a group for that to be semi-enjoyable. Even Nuketown. And then when Nuketown did come out, everybody's just playing Nuketown 24/7. Sounds familiar. I mean, it's happening again, but at least this time we have a good enough reason. I'm not playing Lowdown or Lowtown, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm not playing it. I just played it, and I had an aneurysm because I have to look at 7 different angles as soon as I walk into one open corridor, because there's like 7 broken pieces of a fucking building. I don't know what happened to the city. I don't know the lore, but all I know is, did it get crushed by an ultralight beam? Is that why there's so many ways to shoot me through? I really don't like that map. I also don't like Scud, but that's... I already covered that one. What does Black Ops 6 need to be in that top 7 spot? Of all time. Yes, of all time. What does it need? And I think, you know, it's too early to say it's already there. Of course, I would never. I don't think it's in those echelons yet. We got to see it all the way through. But potential-wise, trajectory-wise, the way people are responding to it, the way people have responded to the past CODs has been negative to neutral. And then like Modern Warfare 2019 was very polarizing. Some people loved it, some people absolutely hated it. So it's like those ones end up holding well across the board. But the ones that are kind of neutral to negative, like a Vanguard, where some people enjoyed the ranked, I'm not gonna say what names because I don't know who the hell would enjoy that game. It was me. But it was also my couple friends, so if I'm gonna go under the bus, they're coming down with me. And then Modern Warfare 2, like those two games were unbelievably bad. That I don't think saying it's the worst Call of Duty of all time, people would roll their eyes at that. However, if you were to say the opposite about a, I don't know, Black Ops 6, you know, is it too early? Is it too early to say that this game is gonna perform very well in the next couple years? Obviously, we're not gonna be playing it for the next couple years, but I'm just saying, in terms of how we regard it, I think it's gonna be highly regarded when it's all said and done. I will confidently say that. If Treyarch fails me, I will delete the channel. Some people are already calling for me to delete the channel already, and I just started. Just for saying what I believe to be the truth. This game is so fun. I don't want to glaze it because people are going to think I'm paid. How am I paid with I don't even have 100 subscribers yet. How am I paid? I wish I was paid. If I was paid, I'd probably sound more convincing when I say that this game is very good. The gunplay, the movements, I hear good things about zombies. People are playing it. That you know what's crazy about Call of Duty people? You can hear one thing but actually see another. You know? So when I hear people say, I mean, the game's cool, it's all right, but they got 100+ hours in the first week, unemployed on a Thursday, grinding this game with no intention of taking a shower. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm gonna take anything but your word at that point, because you're playing it. And if you're not playing it, what are you doing? You're watching it? You're listening to somebody yap about it? I mean, it's okay to like the game, man. I'm not against you. It's okay to say, hey, I like this game. Great game, phenomenal game, even. Now, as far as the hot take, you know, I feel like that's going to be held against me. I'm just saying trajectory. I'm just saying potential. And, you know, maybe it's one of those things where I got to be too early and people will say, you know, he was right. Will people say that? No, they'll probably not even remember what I said. But to be early is to be wrong in the moment. But eventually you get proven right and things like that, whatever the saying. I just made up that saying. I like this game, man. I don't know how much I gotta yap about it. I really do. This is one of the best games we've had in a decade. Don't believe me? What have we had in the last decade? What is it, 2024? Okay, 2014 was either AW or COD Ghost. I think it was AW. Okay, so start from there. AW, BO3. BO3 trumps this. AW, I liked it. A lot of people didn't like it. Maybe now they like it because that's how COD works. You're filled with a bunch of revisionists who claim they hate it in the moment because it gets you views, or it just feels better to hate a game when you're getting shit on. And then a couple years go by and you realize the current game actually is bad, like a Vanguard or Modern Warfare 2, and the game from a couple years ago wasn't so bad. And you misjudged it. And it happened to me all the time. It really did. What's a good example? I can't think of one, but trust me, it's happened. I'm not exempt of this process. It's called the COD cycle. I want to talk about it more and further, but honestly, I want to see how this year plays out before I do a whole in-depth observation of that, because I think this year is very different. You know, most years it's very obvious. We are excited for the trailer. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be our year. People were saying that with Vanguard. Believe it or not, that game was hyped, brother. That game had an aura when it first started. Even the beta. Just for it to be one of the worst Call of Duties I've ever graced my eyes on, let alone played. That's the COD cycle. As soon as the game comes out, give it like a month or two, or even in that one, like a week. We're like, yeah, this isn't it. I'm gonna stop playing. I want a refund. Get a refund, and then you go play something else. COD trailer comes out again, and you enjoy it. See, with things outside of Vanguard, though, most of the time people come back and realize this game's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. That's the final end of that COD cycle, where it's like you just wasted all that breath saying this game was ass just for you to say it's good in a couple years. Like, why couldn't you just admit it then? My answer to that obviously damning question is that we don't realize how good we have it until we're given something even more dog shit. And the bar was set so low these last couple years that BO6 is like It's like eating at Denny's at 4 a.m. and a hangover. Like, it feels that good. It's a relief off my shoulders that I can actually play something again and turn my brain off and just shoot. Thank you, Treyarch. I'm done glazing you, but thank you. BO6, bright future. Where it ends up, I gave you my predictions. Let me know yours. You know, and it could be objective, it could be subjective, it could be a hot take, cold take, whatever. All I know is, you know, we'll probably end up regarding this top 7. But if you really ask me and you want to know, Ocean Schmeat, what's your real prediction for this game? Like, if you had to just not think about the dislikes and not think about the negative comments and going trending on Twitter, what do you actually think this game is gonna end up at? You know what I tell you? Top